Divine greetings. Welcome to another Red Pills for the Matrix monologue. And today we're focusing on emotional trauma. We're looking at how we could drop the baggage. How do we heal? I recommend that everyone with emotional trauma heal so that their kids and others don't have to heal because they knew you. Now, let me just start by saying it is okay to not be okay. Get that in your mind. It's okay to be depressed. It's okay to know you have a flawed character. We all do. It's okay to not be comfortable with how much you have achieved at the age you're at this far. It is okay to not be okay. It is okay to know that you've been hurt, and you may take solace in the fact that you could heal. It just takes some effort. Now I have here 7 suggestions that I believe could bring you closer to peace, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, so that that trauma you have experienced doesn't have to any longer be the prison that you live in, or it doesn't have to dictate the rest of your life. Now let's get right into it. The first suggestion I have for those of you who are suffering from post-traumatic stress or trauma of any kind, the first suggestion that I have is for you to cultivate a relationship with God. As cliche as that may sound, it is the greatest thing you could possibly do to help yourself. Because the Most High, sometimes we don't realize that we're going through whatever we're going through because we need to run to the Most High. You ever seen that bumper sticker or that sticker on the back of a car that says, if you tried everything and everything has failed, try Jesus? Not saying it has to be Jesus. Wherever you are in the world, whatever is saluted as God in your cultural atmosphere, as long as God in that sense is defined as an all-knowing, all-wise, all-powerful being that is everywhere at once and that exists outside of time and space, then move towards that being. The second suggestion I have is for you to pursue some form of art. It is important that you do something artistic. Yes, do something artistic, because art adds meaning to your life, and art is a way of making your life immortal. So and art doesn't have to be the conventional sense of what we think art is, like painting or singing or dancing. Art can be planting some flowers, some trees, cultivating some food. Art can be doing some fashion designing. Art can be making videos, making movies. Pursue art. The more beautiful your art becomes, this adds to your self-esteem. This adds to your self-worth, and you begin to feel better about yourself. The third suggestion I have here is for you to forgive your enemies. I don't remember if it was Denzel Washington or who said that something to the effect of holding a grudge is like allowing someone to live in your head rent-free. Too much emotional baggage to carry. Forgive them. Forgive your enemies, yes. Even if they were the ones who were wrong. Forgive them. I'm not saying this because it's admirable or because it sounds good theoretically. I'm saying this because it really does free your mind. It really does lighten your spirit. Yeah, just forgive them. Let them go. Yeah, let it go. Too much. Let them go. Yeah, just let it go. Just consider them like your enemies, like this box that you just had a drink out of, and you just let it go. Just let it go in a garbage bin. Yeah man, let it go. The fourth suggestion is that I think would maybe of benefit is you should practice staying in solitude. Yes, so spending time by yourself, spending time alone with your thoughts, meditating, reflecting, looking ahead. This has a very positive effect on your character, your peace, your spirit. A lot of times there are things within our subconscious, within our higher self, that needs to come out, but because we're always around others with the noise of their opinions, and we're always in the presence of all of this activity, and we never get a chance to sit by ourselves and hear what we really want to say, or hear what we really want to think, that those ideas never surface. Practice staying in solitude. It gives you character strength. You remember that movie The Dark Knight Rises, when Batman goes for Bane, or who he thought was Bane, and when Bane was beating the heck out of him, he destroyed the lights, and Bane said to him, "You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it." That is solitude. That is being able to stand alone. That is being able to stay by yourself and not have an issue. Sleeping in the darkest room without an issue. Loving your own company. That also has a very therapeutic effect. The fifth suggestion is expect nothing of anyone except yourself. Really. Like, people are so filled with expectations. A lot of times what you consider to be betrayal, or what you consider as another person hurting you, is just them being themselves. Really, that's just who they are. But you have too much expectations of these people. So when people do not fulfill your expectations, then you're hurt. I mean, whose behavior can you really control except yourself? Not even your child's behavior you can't entirely control. Expect nothing from anyone but yourself. Yeah, you can't control another person's behavior. Everyone is just playing their role. How could you expect someone to live up to your expectations? Who are you? You're not even an angel, let alone God, to expect them to live by your views and laws. Expect nothing from anyone but yourself. The sixth suggestion I have is focus on your personal growth. Yeah? Yes. You will begin to heal when you begin to grow as a person. Expand your knowledge. Read. Make it a habit of reading one book every 6 months or 5 months. Yes. Starting with that one I suggested on the channel. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Yeah. Improve yourself. Learn some new words. You know, studying the dictionary and the Bible is a good way to widen your thought process. Philosophy is also another beautiful way. Look at some beautiful quotes by some great thinkers. Learn a new language. French is beautiful. American is beautiful. Swahili is beautiful. Mandarin is beautiful. Yeah, grow as a person. The more you grow as a person, then of course the less baggage you will have to carry, because that space that would be thinking of all of that pain would be used on a more constructive level. So focus on your personal growth. Yes, so personal growth involves learning, so that is mental development. It involves emotional development, which is becoming more mature and peaceful by letting go of these negative emotions, letting go of people who don't serve your cause and who are not a part of your tribe. You know, developing a relationship with God, so you become more spiritually awakened, and you know, getting exercise so that physically you are more at a place of, you know, fitness, so that the brain operates more effectively and efficiently, and that kind of stuff. So the more you grow as a person, then less trauma you will have stored up in your mind and heart. And the seventh and last suggestion that I have for you is listen to great music. Music can do things that medication cannot. Yes, so it doesn't matter where you're from. Music is a universal language. A great seer is still great, whether it is being listened by an Indian, an African, a Caucasian, or a Chinese. Where it is being played doesn't decrease the quality of it. Listen to great music. Sia is a great artist for people going through pain. Songs like Titanium, songs like Unstoppable, songs like I'm Alive. These songs are very motivational. Another great artist is Katy Perry, who has a lot of songs that deals with motivation and inspiration, like Roar. Songs like I won't stop. What's the name of that song? Rise, I think, is the name of a good Katy Perry as well. Daisies. A lot of great songs. Listen to great music. It doesn't even have to be just pop. You could go to R&B. Celine Dion, great artists, Whitney Houston, Anita Baker. You could go to even reggae, Bob Marley, Sizzla Kalonji, Garnet Silk, Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaacs. These are all great artists that produces great music. If you rather something more up-tempo, you could try dancehall. Great artists like Anthem Greatness, Vibes Cartel, Alkaline, and so on and so forth. But listening to great music also reduces stress. It is very therapeutic. It's a reason why madmen are always at dance, outside on the road, smoking God knows what and just vibing, because that is therapy to them. Yes. And those are 7 suggestions that I think really could add some value to your life and possibly reduce the trauma you're currently experiencing. So 1, cultivate a relationship with God. There is nothing God cannot do, and the closer you get to God, then the more life just seems easier. You get me? Yeah, because He just brings everything together. So if you make 1 step towards God, God will run towards you. This is what the Muslims believe. Cultivate a relationship with God. Pursue some form of art. So write that song you've always wanted to write. Make that video of you dancing. Don't be that self-conscious. Either they like it or they do not. And either way, your kids will get to watch it and laugh. Make that video of you dancing. Make that skirt you always want to embroider, you always want to sew. Anything you want to do that is artistic, pursue it. If you want to start farming, start farming. That's also very therapeutic. You in the soil. Anything you're doing with the soil is going to be therapeutic. Forgive your enemies, just let it go. They really don't. If they are not a part of your life, they serve their purpose and they are now on somebody else's journey. You're on somebody else's journey. Move on. Forgive them, let them go. Practice staying in solitude for some time before going back into the noise of other people's voices. Expect nothing from anyone except yourself, because people cannot live up to your expectations. Focus on your personal growth. Always try to expand and move forward and higher and grow more and more and more growing personally also means expanding your circle of influence. So we have 2 circles. One is the circle of concern, things you think about that you wish you could change but you cannot. That's a circle of concern. And there is a circle of influence, which is the things within your means of influence, things you can actually change, you can actually impact. Focus on growing that. So the people in your community who chooses to interact with you, interact with them in a way that serves them positively. And whoever reaches on your phone, interact with them in a way that serves them, and then eventually your influence will grow and grow, because your influence, of course, is based on how impactful you are to others. listen to great music, you know, and you'll be okay. It is okay to not be okay. Alright, and most likely you not being okay will be the reason why you'll be so okay, because no greatness happens in a vacuum. No great man or strong person or woman or whoever came from privilege and comfort only. Sorry, pain is a necessary tool for grooming great people. Yeah, because the greatest names you could mention had to go through the hardest times. This has been Red Pills for the Matrix. Thank you for stopping by. Limitless love. I want to take the time out to say congratulations to our golden girls, Shelly and Fraser, Sharika Jackson and Elaine Thompson. You guys did very well. By the time this will broadcast, the championship would have been long won, and the events I'm thinking would have been long completed, but I'm still taking this opportunity to say we love you, the athletes of Jamaica. Thank you for representing us so well, and I pray that the world gives you the crown you truly deserve as athletes, regardless of your complexion, regardless of your nationality, and regardless of you being females, because we are often faced with limitations where ceilings are placed on our greatness because of things, demographic information beyond our control. Love you, girls, and Jamaica is very proud of you. This has been Red Pills for the Matrix. Thank you for stopping by. Love.